Spring, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do a spring makeup tutorial for you guys, and to begin I'm going to use this CoverGirl Smoothers foundation in the color Ivory, and this color is a little bit light for me, but I do manage to add some color to it by using other products. And the nice thing about this foundation is that it is so nice, lightweight, and it's silky on my skin, so I really like it. And it feels like a BB cream, but it covers like a foundation. And I am happy to, try out new foundations and things like that. And my boyfriend actually bought me this foundation. And when I used it the first time, I knew it was too light for me, but like I said, I apply other products to brighten up my skin, so this one works just fine, and I love the way it feels on my skin. So this one is definitely replaced my my normal Fit Me foundation that I've been using for months. And again, that's the CoverGirl Smoothers foundation. And then I have my face products, which is the Coverall from Wet n Wild. And this does a nice job setting my face. And this one is the pale to light shade. So I'm just going to set my foundation here using this brush. There was a sponge in the packaging when I first got it, and I just took out the sponge and used this brush. The brush works a lot better for me, so that's what I use. And now I'm going to put my CoverGirl bronzer on. And this one is one that I got from my mom, and she didn't really know how to use it, so she gave it to me. I don't know how to use it, but I've been making a very good attempt, I would think, on how to apply this. This tutorial, I'm most excited to show you guys the eye look that I came up with, but I'm going to do the highlighting powder next, which is this Precious Petals from Wet n Wild. And I'm going to just put that over top of the bronzer. Above it, I should say. And then I'm going to take this fluffier brush and apply some of the bronzer to my jawline. And then next I'm going to use my ombre blush in the color Princess Daiquiris. This is a Wet n Wild blush also. I like Wet n Wild products because they're cheap and they're pigmented and they work really well for me anyway. And I'm just going to apply this blush. There's a lot of fallout on this blush, but it's a really pretty color. So I love this color. Okay. And then I'm going to use my Petal Pusher Wet n Wild palette. And I'm going to use my little Wet n Wild brush. And I only use two colors in this palette. I use this color and this color. And I've actually bought this palette solely for this color a bunch of times. And so I have a bunch of full palettes with an empty pan where this color belongs. So I have this Wet n Wild brush. And these ones I found at the Dollar Tree, and I got them for $1. So they are really nice brushes for the price you pay. And if you go to another store, they're like $2.99 or something like that I found at the drugstore. So don't ever buy your brushes anywhere besides the Dollar Tree because you'll pay more. But I'm going to take this pink shade and apply it to my lids, all over my lid. And that is a super pretty iridescent pink, and I really like that color. And then I'm going to apply this Jordana loose powder over top of that pink color to just put a little bit more shimmer into it. Just apply that right over top, like so. Okay. This Jordana loose powder is really pretty, but it's messy and it tends to get everywhere. And there's like a little thing on the top of it to where you can pull some of the product out. But I just take the top off of it because it's a lot easier to dip into the product. So that's what I do. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the eyeliner. This is a Jordana Purple Fusion eyeliner pencil. And I'm going to do my lower lash line with this color. And like I said, this tutorial has a lot of different colors in it. I think it turns out pretty, and I hope you guys will too. And this, again, is the Jordana Purple Fusion Easy Liner. I have so many Jordana products because I have a pharmacy right by my house that sells Jordana for really cheap. So the other Jordana liner that I'm going to use right now is this Sterling Blue. And I'm going to put this on my waterline. So there's the blue on the waterline. And then I have I'm going to take this Infallible shadow in the color Perpetual Purple. This is from it's from L'Oreal. And this is a really dark purple. And I'm just going to apply it over the Purple Fusion on the, my lower lash line. Makes it stand out a little bit more anyway. And I think that purple and blue and the other purple that I'm going to be using is appropriate for spring. So and I forgot to blend out my highlighter and my blushes, so I'm going to do that really quick while I'm thinking about it. And I don't use a whole lot of product ever, just because I don't feel like I need to. But then I have the Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last eyeshadow pencil, and this is Aqua Last. This is a really bright blue, and I do like it. But I never really used blues before. I mean, I've used them in past videos, but just up until recently is when I started to use the darker and the brighter colors. But for spring, I think it's pretty appropriate. So everything I have is always going to be drugstore. The only palette that I have that is high end is the Bon Bon palette from Too Faced, and I love that palette. But it's the only expensive makeup that I own, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I have kids and I have things to worry about besides makeup, so that's, my main focus is always my kids. Then I have there's my brush. That's what I was looking for. This brush again. I'm going to dip into a shade in this Beauty 101 palette, and it will be this purple shade right here. This one. And this shade is pretty close to a color called In Bloom by L'Oreal Infallible. So I just will use this on my outer corner. I clean my brush off. This is a really pretty light purple. So I'm just going to put this on my outer corner. And then for the crease, I'm going to go back into the Perpetual Purple, which is the Infallible shadow that I would use on my lower lash line to go over my Jordana liner. But I'm going to put this Perpetual Purple color into my crease. And I always blow off the excess makeup instead of tapping it. I mean, I do both, but usually I blow it instead of tapping it. And then I just am putting that into the crease of my eye. I have a really deep set crease, and I mean, I have hooded eyes, so I have to, use the products that I think would make my eyes stand out a little bit more, because you can't really see my eyeshadows when I apply them due to the hooded eye problem. And going back into this Petal Pusher palette, I'm going to use this white color in here, and I'm just going to use this brush once again because I forgot to grab the other brush that I use for my my like brows and stuff like that. I forgot to grab it when I was getting my stuff out to make this video for you guys, so I'm just gonna use this brush instead, and it still works, so whatever. I'm just gonna apply that to my brow bone, the white shade, and then back into the Beauty 101 palette one more time. I have this highlight shade, which is terrible on your face, but it looks nice on your brow bone when used sparingly. It has major fallout as well. So I'm just going to do that. All right, and then I have this silver Georgiana Quick Liner, and this is going to go into my inner corner just to brighten a little bit. All right, and then I have a new mascara that I just got, and I'm going to comb out my lashes with this brush first, and it's just one that it's from the Butterfly mascara, but I just always comb out my lashes before I apply any kind of mascara, but this brush is dried out, and I've seen other people like buying the brush to do the same thing that this one will do, and I didn't have to do anything besides clean it. So it works just as well as the brushes you can buy in the store. The new mascara that I have for this tutorial is this Renegade, Lash Renegade from Wet n Wild. And this is a really interesting mascara, I think. And I always said what was it? I don't even remember now because I've been using this one. It was the Colossal Big Shot. That's what I was loving and using, and I found this product to replace it. This is what the brush looks like. It's weird. There's a ball, and I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to poke myself in the eye when I'm doing this because I always do. So cross your fingers that I don't, because I don't want to have to wash off all this makeup and restart. But I'm going to do this as best I can, to give you an idea of what it looks like. And I used to pair the Colossal Big Shot with the with another mascara, which would be the Lash Sensational Luscious. And this one I don't have to pair with anything. I'm happy with the way it looks by itself, so I really think this mascara is nice. And the weird part about this mascara is that it's not waterproof, but it kind of, stays on better than a waterproof mascara. And I just think that everyone should try this mascara because it's so cheap and it works really, really nicely. And, the way that it turns out when I'm done, I am super happy and I think it looks pretty. So, yeah, I just love this. And every time that I see a product that's new, I want it. It's just like a force of habit. It's cheap and it's new, so I get it. All right, so I got all my lashes pretty well covered, I think. All right. And then I'm going to put a Lip Smackers, layer it on to moisturize my lips before I apply my lip product today. And see, there's no color in these. There's a little bit of a flavor, and the glitter puts a little bit of a shine on your lips. But I'm just going to use this Mega Slicks Wet n Wild lip gloss in the color Buried Treasure. I mentioned it yesterday in the video I made, but it's a really bright berry color. So I like these lip glosses, but I think that they're really underrated. And you don't hear a whole lot of people talking about them, but these are less than $2, and I think that they have a wide variety of shades and colors, and they smell good. They smell like cake batter. So you can't really go wrong with these, and I just think that they're nice to have. And then the last step of this tutorial is going to be to use my NYX matte my NYX matte finishing spray. And this stuff works so much better than the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. I don't even pick that one up anymore. This one's the one I solely use. Now there was a